Rules of the game along with the safety rules are listed on the Fulda Gap website. Players may also watch the safety briefing on one of the 2 video buses. After watching the video, players must have their card punched to show that they understand all the rules of the game. 2012 marks the first year that players were allowed to watch the video early via a link, and take a safety quiz to get their cards punched. Among all the rules, one of the most strictly enforced rules during the game is marker velocity. Players must chronograph their markers at 280 feet per second or below for the day games, and 250 feet per second for the night game. As all sports do, paintball has been a sport of constant evolution. The varieties of games and styles have changed over the years. Paintball was once dominated by pump guns long before the introduction of fully automatic markers. The evolution to speedball took the sport by storm, and tournaments and professional teams have been organized. While speedball is still a huge part of our sport, today's economy has made it difficult for players to go out and shoot thousands of rounds a day. This brought the Milsim community back towards the front line of the sport to share the spotlight of speedball. Milsig is one of the largest providers for the MagFed community. A constant improvement of each new release over the other has made the latest release, the MK3, one of the most anticipated markers to come out this year. Coupled with the release of the new Die Dam that was on display at this year's Fulda, and any doubt that MagFed is not a relevant style of play has been thrown out the window. The dream of every Milsim player relates to the realism of the markers. What was once thought unrealistic or impossible is now a huge reality in the sport as mag-fed paintball markers are widespread. 2012 has been a year of explosive growth for mag-fed. This growth has been led by the initiative of fields such as Command Decisions Wargame Center and local team Magwell. Magwell has put on a number of tournament-style games this year and has been a leader in the mag-fed movement. Magwell took the missions of a large scenario game and formatted them into tournament-style games. Flags are replaced with ammo boxes, and rules are adjusted to balance out the attack and defend style of some matches. In addition to the limited magazines that generally limit you to 20 rounds per mag, players are also limited to the number of mags that you can take on the field. Fulda Gaps in the past consisted of no games on Friday. Magwell took this day and turned it into MagFed Friday and held a number of games that attracted a great deal of spectators to introduce them to a new style of paintball that is taking the game by storm. Teams such as Boxer, SAS, and ODX, along with many other teams and players, took the field to take part in Friday's games. The games were Capture the Flag, or the ammo box as it were, with more players than the typical 5-on-5 setup of the tournaments. The close quarter style, coupled with the limited ammo, makes a lone wolf an easy target for the opposing team, as some players found out quickly. MagFed enthusiasts enjoy the thrill of the tactics and teamwork required to succeed with such limited ammo. Their phrase, "do more with less," is a testament to the style of play that is associated with MagFed.
He's on his trees. I see trees moving. Oh, now you come out. Now you come out and play. Foot. Bump into your foot.
It didn't bust.
Well. Oh, come on. Not on TV. Didn't hurt one bit.
So, what do you think of the MagFed movement?
It's definitely interesting. You got to get used to not throwing down lanes and lanes of paint, so it's a lot more about tactics and
vocalization and movement.
And you come from a huge speedball team, so.
Well, technically not speedball, but I mean, we play that style.
Play that style.
We play that style. We're not speedballers. So. But yeah, it's fun. It's definitely getting used to as far as having to reload and not just throw a mag like we would a pod.
Right.
But yeah, it's fun. Fun for a change.
Oh, I love the magnet fed movement. I don't even know what else to say about it. It's the most realistic thing you can get.
Nice. What gun are you carrying for the mag fed?
I got the crank off right here, the MKV crank off, or excuse me, MK5 crank off, and then we got a millsig.
So we got Jody here from Magwell / Deadbox.
That's right.
You guys make awesome shirts.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Including this one.
Talk loud.
Including this one.
Okay.
Well, is this still a thing, loud?
No, it's just sometimes you get real soft-spoken.
So I got Jody from Deadbox, Magwell. Let's get it right out of the way. What do you think of MagFed?
I love it. I've tried different types of play. I've tried the pump for a little while. I went, electro. I even had my ego, all that kind of stuff. But it's just the idea of MagFed. Just my one shot is what I need. It's all about tactics. It's all about. I can come out here. My partner and I can play a whole weekend on a bag of paint. That's absolutely phenomenal. It's all about just moving as a team, working as a team, improving myself as a player. I love that.
Now, you actually took place in one of the very first test games that we had here that you guys put on.
Yep.
So you had to participate.
Yep, we had to. Yep.
And it turned out awesome.
It was great. We loved it. Anytime we can broaden the market, just try a whole bunch of different games. It's really awesome.
What gun are you using for MagFed?
I use a Milsig Mark II Elite. I'm going to convert it soon to the Heat Core whenever they release that. Lee, my partner, uses the new Para Pro. It's pretty awesome.
We can't get Lee out here.
But I can get you his gun.
That's Lee. That is camera shy.
Yep. That's his Para Pro. He's done quite a bit of modification to it. He got it right out of the box and then started adding all sorts of things to it. So it's a fun little toy for him.
So how many Fuldas have you guys been to?
This is our fifth Fulda.
Now, and you guys man your booth a lot of the time, but what side do you normally play for?
We actually play for whoever Leanne tells us she needs us to play for.
That's who we have to play for.
Yep.
So we can't say that we're dedicated to
we walk in and we say, where do you need us? She said, here. That's where we play.
ODX was Warsaw until about 9 hours ago?
Yeah. We've been Warsaw, NATO. We've been Warsaw and NATO in the same Fulda. So
Did you guys...
It's been interesting.
Did you guys play any today?
No, not today. We can't play this weekend.
None? Nobody's playing for Magwell today?
No, Lee and I are not playing, but we got guys from our team that play.
Do you want to pitch any of your products?
Right now, we do have the Magwell shirts we're selling.
Is there something on the back?
On the back, it says "Reclaim the Game."
There we go.
Going to the idea that we're taking the game back from the manufacturers who force us to keep shooting more and more paint. We can rely on just shooting a bag of paint for the weekend, and you can have fun. We can have fun the way we want to.
You had the phrase "do more with less."
Yeah, do more with less than our MagFed shirt here.
I like that.
And this is actually my favorite shirt, simply because it actually speaks complete volumes. As I've said in other interviews, when I was first told, Ferg told me that I can do more with a tack cap, which is another version of MagFed right now. We use the 30-round tack cap. I didn't believe him until I did it. And every game that I played with a tack cap, I always do better.
Yep, you're always more aggressive because every pull of that trigger counts. You can't just rely on a wall of paint or a stream of paint. You look like a Ghostbuster just shooting one of those things.
Don't cross the stream.
Yeah, you don't cross the stream because that's just bad. But ours, every pull of that trigger counts. So you want to make sure that you're in the right proper position. You can't shoot through brush and expect to get your target. You have to get up there and make sure you put on.
You have to work together as a team.
Yep.
I think my favorite thing right now about the MagFed community is that you guys played an entire game down there and you didn't even need a ref. Everyone was down there calling their own hits, being fair. It was just a really good event.
We have guys that even if they get shot, the ball may not break, they'll still call themselves out because it's the honor of if you were close enough to get me, you're close enough to get me out. So
Exactly.
We don't need reps. We don't really need anything else like that.
Have you ever been surrendered?
I have not, but I've seen our last game in Greensboro. We had 3 knife kills, so that was awesome.
I did not get the courtesy of a surrender last time, and I got shot right in the butt.
That's but at least in the butt is it's a nice place to get shot if you're going to get shot in the back.
Not for me. I don't have anything back there.
He has nothing.
Could be in the middle of your back.
It was mag fed.
So
it was only one shot.
At least it's just one. Yep.
So I only had one to work with, and I only had one to explain.
Yeah, that's exactly. Just you tell people it's a funny hickey, and they look at you funny.
I can't say that.
But then you got a weird, people wondering why you're showing off your butt all the time.
My wife's on the other side of the camera, so I can't.
Yeah. We'll just tell a little lie.
We'll keep it between me and you. This isn't like it's going on YouTube or anything.
That's fine, Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Doug's still back there covering his face to make sure he doesn't get on camera anymore. And Lee's
Lee's hiding because he's camera shy and he's afraid he sounds like a redneck.
That's Lee. He snuck it in.
It's up.
Sweet.
There you go.
Jody,
thank you for your
time.
time.
Thank you for the shirt.
Yeah, man.
It's awesome.
Thanks for coming out.
Oh, yeah.
Zoom in.
I gotta zoom in on this.
How many Fuldas have you been to?
That's my first one.
First one. Sweet. What about you? How many Fuldas have you been to?
First one, sir.
First one. What you guys?
First. Third.
Third? 3 and 1. What about you? Is this your first Fulda?
Number 1. First one. Third or fourth.
Go ahead.
Third or fourth. Nice. What side do you always play on?
Cliff, I have
Warsaw.
I have my mask up here, and I'm by the
I'm in line for my son. I'm gonna shoot you just 4.
How many Fuldas you played in?
Okay, give me 1 second. We'll be up there.
I think 4. 5.
How many Fuldas?
5 too. Yeah.
Yeah, I already heard you.
17.
What?
How many?
How many Fuldas you played in?
6, something like that.
Nice. What about you guys?
I'm a virgin. First one.
Oh, Lord.
Today's the day.
How many Fuldas have there been? I've been to all of them but 1.
Nice. Thank you.
Second Fulda Gap.
How many Fuldas? How many Fulda Gaps you been to?
First one.
First one. A lot of first timers here. First one too?
Yes.
What you got?
First time.
How many Fuldas you been to?
First time.
Bunch of virgins here. First time. First time. Oh, we know you're here a lot.
So we have Doug Brown. He's a legend around here. You have a couple of adventures. You have Milsig and your PSI.
Yeah, that's right. It's called Sideworks.
Sideworks. I call it PSI.
Everybody calls it PSI. That's okay. It was done on purpose.
It was? Yeah. It's great. I use one. It's perfect. It's a great remote line. So there's a little product placement there for you. Now you're currently in Milsig, so I know your question about MagFed is you like it?
Love it. It's very much like paintball used to be in old school. When you had 10, I had 10. It was fair.
Now you're part of ODX, same team I'm on.
Yep.
So I'm familiar with. You have said for a long time that in order for paintball to survive, you must go to limited runs.
Yes, because technology will always outstrip our ability to control. It's that simple.
And the thing about it is with today's economy though, there's a lot of concern about shooting so much paint. Although there's guys that has bought like 10 boxes, we still hear the MagFed guys putting out just as many guys with 20 rounds, 30 round tack caps.
Yep.
And me personally using one, speaking for myself, it's odd that I actually play better with the tack pack. So everything that you say is definitely true.
I've been doing this for 20-something years. I've seen it come full circle many a time.
So, you were the general how many Fuldas ago?
Oh, we have to bring that up.
It was
about 3 ago.
But you were a general. How taxing was it as a general to lead 500 men?
I knew it was beyond my organizational capabilities at the time.
One of the things that I find interesting is that literally, as Sunday this game ends, Monday, all the new generals will be ready and discovered.
Yeah.
Recruiting starts, and getting ready for next year starts 364 days before the next one.
Yes, it does. And if you can't recruit and you can't run radios, you're not going to win.
That is true in every game.
It's all about communication. It's all about the people that you have on your team. You've got to have good people. And as gotta be a 10.
Are you ever going to general again?
No. It was embarrassing enough.
It's okay, you know. Now, what Doug keeps referring to is the score was
lopsided.
It was a little lopsided. But I've been a general before. It was a little lopsided. I was a general at Vietnam Patrol. I don't really tell too many people, but I'm not ashamed of it. It was my first time.
It's not for everybody. Like I said, it takes a lot of organizational skills.
That is true.
And you have to work at it really, really hard.
I'm one of the few people that can say I beat Green Man.
Ah, well.
In Santa versus Grinch. I know a lot of people say it doesn't count, but I still beat him by 100 points.
Well, I'm proud of it.
Which is 1 point, pretty much. Thanks to Charlie Reinhardt. I'll shoot that out. He found the last package for me. Being a general isn't for everyone, like you said. So, what are you, you're repping Milsig out here today?
Yeah, I'm just out trying to get people to play MagFed. The Friday game went really well.
You loan your guns out to people?
Sure, every Magwell game we do.
Loan guns.
I loan out, every man got 6, 7, 8 guns.
And you always give me the best one, that tan one?
Sometimes.
You give it to me, though. You always give it to me. Let's keep that going every time. We're going to keep that cycle.
Okay, it hasn't broken a ball yet in a year.
It hasn't. No, that's great. So, do you want to throw anything out about the new gun coming out?
Well, we've got 3 new guns coming out to Bill C. Matter of fact, 2 of them are in the booth. The first one's in the country. It's an MK3.
Where are they at?
Where are they? They're back here in the dark.
Okay. Well, imagine I'm holding one while you talk about it.
The one's an MK3. It's the base gun. It runs about $300. And of course, we have the Elite Pro, which is the upscale version. And of course, the top of the line, the flagship, is the Paradigm. They all use the same operating system. Oh, and here's the Paradigm.
No more imaginary gun?
But the Paradigm, the thing everybody really loves about it, number 1, is milled body. It's not a cast body. It's actually milled machine from a solid billet. But they've managed to get rid of the air gap that everybody always hates so much on the Tippins and the old Milsig and everybody else. And of course, it's first strike cable.
First strike cable.
That's what everybody
So with the MagFeds, it's easy as hitting that trigger, pulling it out, and
sticking it back in.
Sticking it right back in. It's smooth. A lot of people always worry about that.
Press the button there. New square head missiles.
Ah, yes.
They're not near as finicky as the old mags.
Yes. So MagFed is definitely an interesting thing. And this gun, I'll probably just hang on to this for the rest of the weekend. No? I can pitch it very well for the rest of the day.
Yeah, I think it belongs to somebody.
All right, fine. Well, Doug, thank you very much for your time.
I'm glad to see you doing this.
Yes, thank you for helping out as well. So, here's your gun back, unfortunately.
Thank you very much.
I tried.
Right, right in the pole. 70 seconds going up. 70 seconds.
So this is Colonel Mustard, the legendary Colonel Mustard. This is one of the guys that definitely helped out with Kickstarter. He was one of the guys that really talked me into it. I was kind of iffy. So let's talk about how many Fuldas you've been to.
This is number 5.
What side do you play on every year?
I was NATO until this year. We switched over to Warsaw just to see what the other side was.
He's a traitor.
Yeah, I mean, I'm yellow. I ran the other way.
Did you guys not win last year?
No, but it doesn't matter. Even if we would have won, we probably still would have switched. We wanted to see the other side.
That's cool. So now you're also an integral part of Command, even though you wasn't part of the leaders. You are actually dependent upon. You were in the meeting, so you're an integral part of the field. Where was you at most of the day today?
Until we took it, I was pushing towards Alpha, through Op Alpha and Ambush Alley, and then once we took that, I was kind of trying to help guys push up towards Hamburger Hill, and if nothing else, put up a nice wall that they couldn't get past.
Did you get run away?
No.
Did anyone claim
Was he on the field?
I don't know.
Yeah, I didn't see him or their general. I didn't see anybody that I know of from that side.
So,
when I saw them, they were walking away.
Because you shot them?
Or they got shot by somebody.
So let's talk about your luck with the field.
It's not just this field.
It's every field.
Yeah.
So we've got one today where he played in a briar patch, but there is a tower named after you.
Yes.
Tell everyone why.
Well, it's named after me because I graffiti bombed it at the airsoft game. But more importantly, it's because I charged into a 2x4 that I think was poorly placed. No blame. My nose healed. It looks okay, right? I mean, it's
not too.
You can't tell.
So anyway,
but the most important thing: what happened after you broke your nose?
I played the rest of the 2 day of it happened within the first 30 minutes of the game. I was out of the game for about 30-40 minutes because I was bleeding, and then I played the rest of the game, and Mamba, because he's a jerk and whatever, gave me MVP. So I guess I played hard.
So you Karate Kid the 2x4 with your head. And
right here.
You kept playing through.
I broke my mask too.
And you broke your mask. I didn't know you broke your mask. So
it's retired.
Retired. Where's the dreads?
Those are retired too. I decided I needed the neck protection. Guess what?
It didn't help at all.
Maybe I should.
Exactly. Is this one still here? Because I caught one when I was rushing.
Yeah, so I've got a.
Nice. Lovely welts. I always joke and tell everyone that it would be so much better if our sport didn't look like we had ringworm.
Or that some person was.
Hickeys. I don't know. Thankfully, my wife understands I play paintball and I don't have to answer for anything.
Yeah, my wife understands too.
Is that from the guy that?
Yes.
Mustard the legend. So, would you like to shamelessly promote your website or any of your videos right now?
I like to shamelessly promote my website. Well, at this point, I don't want to promote any of my personal websites, but I'm a correspondent for Behind the Bunker. If you want to check them out, they air live on Monday nights on BehindTheBunker.com. And if you want to check them out any of the rest of the time, they run 24/7 on that website. So if they watch that, they'll see me just kind of answering questions and showing some of the play stuff and different places to play and all that kind of stuff. So.
Mustard is a huge advocate for the sport. He's always on the forums, always on Facebook. Definitely.
Long live the player.
Long live the player. Speaking of catchphrases, what about MagFed? What's your views on it?
I look at MagFed just like every other portion of paintball. I'm up for anything.
Now you played in your first MagFed event a couple weeks back.
I used the stock class pump.
I use a tack cap.
But I do run TPX for rec days because it kind of levels the playing field with rec players.
That's understandable. We're not allowed to use anything but tack caps.
Really?
We should talk to Ferg about it.
Oh, that's good. TPX is fun.
It's not cheating.
It doesn't have a tack cap.
I use a tack cap, and don't tell anybody, but it's not a 30 round.
I think you just told a bunch of people.
I keep sneaking out, and no one's really told me.
I keep breaking that fourth wall, but you know what? I don't care. I talk to cameras all the time.
I know. Yeah. So, last question. How do you think you did today overall?
Well, as the last time I injured myself, this happened within the first hour of the game. So I shot 3 cases of paint. Came off the field to refill 5 times and spent the entire day on the field. So in my opinion, I did good.
All in a day's work.
And I've got 3 more for tomorrow.
3 more? Do you think you're going to be MVP again?
I told Mama that if he gives it to me, I'm going to slap him in the face.
If I was Mama, I would give it to you anyway. Just for fun. Don't you know his refs are sensitive?
Besides,
I'm not wearing a ref shirt anymore. I'm
there's a certain thing that the MVP gets, and I told Mom that I'm not allowed to get it. So,
you want to? No? You want to talk about it?
No.
Nothing?
Not today.
Not today. Tomorrow? You want to interview tomorrow?
Nope.
No, you're going to keep it a secret. Yep. You know this isn't going to hit the web like February. You can whisper to the camera if you want. Nobody hears that. Maybe January, February.
Nope.
Still no?
Nope.
Cool. Officer, thank you for your time. Enjoy. Thank you for this. That was a great idea. Your collaboration was awesome.
I'm just glad yours worked. Mine didn't, but
Kickstarter absolutely screwed him over. So this is a little shot at the Kickstarter right here on this documentary. We're going to take a shot at him. Would you like to take one?
Yes. So they promote art projects, and I had an idea, which we're going to try to do it next year without Kickstarter. But basically, the concept was that we would do player portraits as they walked off the field, which is photography. And at the end of the day, we put it all together in a nice book, and it would be really cool looking because we were trying to get all the dirt and grime and paint and whatever they came off the field in. And I mean, honestly, the players would have loved it. So,
like we talked about, I literally spend the first 2 weeks scouring the internet for pictures of myself. So that's why I play paintball.
That's where the beats came from originally.
Really?
Now I don't worry about seeing myself in pictures and video because I see it enough.
Mustard. Thanks, man.
Yep.
Okay, you said a tank?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Glasses on or off?
Not fun.
On, okay.
So, we got Gary here from ODX Armored Unit. Got it right here, covered in paint.
Absolutely.
Let's talk about the armor.
Okay, Josh.
What do you guys put into these things? How much time did you take to put into this sucker?
Countless hours. Can't even count it. I'd say everybody's got probably 200 plus hours every year in each piece of armor.
And your armor is one of the ones that is always out every single game.
That's correct, yeah.
It's out there in every game.
This is the Demon.
How did you guys, the Demon,
Yeah.
How did you guys? I've always referred to it as an APC.
Yeah. Well, we just call it a demon because they seem to not like it. They think we're from hell.
I think that's everybody. The tanks, when you see them, you love them when you're on your side.
Right.
It's great when you see it coming and it's on your side. It's the worst thing in the world when it's coming from this side.
You're right.
That's how it is.
It's an intimidator.
How'd you guys do?
Actually, we got the most kills yesterday, and that was because we were out of paint. We made a death run on the enemy base, and we got in their crossfire, and they were eliminating each other. We didn't have a single round. We got the most kills a day, never fired a single round. They killed each other friendly fire, probably 50 plus kills.
That is awesome.
That was our.
That's a distinction that probably.
That is most kills without shooting a shot.
That should be an award.
Yeah, even actually got a complaint against me for overshooting. And I told the general, look, we didn't have any rounds. You were overshooting each other. That's funny.
That is good.
Yeah.
So, do you want to get up to the award ceremony?
I think they will want me up there.
Gary, I'll let you go, man. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
And it's always good to have tanks, man.
Thank you, Josh.
The referees at Fulda Gap are compiled of regular staff at Command Decisions, as well as a trained staff for Fulda Gap. Training for Fulda Gap takes place roughly a month before the game, and refs are brought in to learn about the specific rules and how to handle situations on the field. For years now, the refs at Fulda have been praised on their excellent performance due to their dedication of making Fulda Gap a great experience for all players. The ref staff consists of your standard orange shirt refs who are brought on to help with Fulda Gap. They help with paint checks, bunker tags, and other on-field calls. The orange shirt refs are supervised by purple shirt refs. A purple shirt ref is a regular staff at Command Decisions and are there to answer any rule clarifications and enforce intangible calls such as airstrikes, nukes, and chemical attacks. While the on-field ref's importance cannot be understated, the most important referee is not on the field at all. Head referee Bill Ford, aka Green Man, runs the ref staff from a station off the field. At any given time, he is dealing with multiple radios at once, dealing with referee questions, mission briefs, and making sure all the DZs are stocked with water and supplies for the players. In the station with him is field owner and the game operator, Andrew Ferguson. The two together strive every year to make Fulda Gap a great experience for players, with quick resolutions and smooth game operations.
So we got a werewolf here.
That's right.
Did you have fun?
Had a lot of fun. Had fun every year. It's more work than it is fun. That's when a game gets this big. That's what happens. It becomes work and less fun. So.
How many years is it that you've been here?
6 maybe.
6 years. You've been to all of them.
All but the one I was deployed on. I was deployed in 2009. I think I missed that one.
What branch?
Army National Guard.
Thank you for your service, man. So Wolf here, you're in part of the command chain.
Yep, I was the Spetsnaz commander for Warsaw Pact this year.
Which is the Special Forces.
Yeah, Special Forces.
So you guys were pretty much on the field before everyone else.
On Saturday we were. And Sunday we inserted with the rest of everybody else.
Right. So now, you have had the distinction of being a general at a Command Decisions game.
In many Command Decisions games, yeah. But never Fulda Gap. I refuse to be roped in Fulda Gap. So.
Few and far between.
Yeah. So, they need me out on the field because I'm hell on the radio, so that's what they need.
You're going to stay out now, never going to be a general for Fulda Gap?
I'm not going to say never, but Fergie's going to have to work real hard to get me as a general.
So, and this is something about Wolf, the gun stays with him all the time.
That's right.
It never comes off his back, interviews and everything. And his barrel sleeve stays on. Well, practically.
It's in there.
So, what do you think about
That's the last thing I need is a picture of someone, some guy behind the screen will be like, it's Monday. You have your barrel sleeves off. Like, all right.
It's Ferg. Ferg's the barrel sleeve, not so, what do you think about MagFed?
MagFed is wonderful. I don't like airsoft, straight up, but I wish I could take the dedication and the realism of airsoft and apply it to paintball. And I think MagFed is doing that. MagFed is really sweet because it takes a lot of the non-skill out of it, because a lot of people just play accuracy by volume, and it takes that out of it, and it relies more on small unit skills, individual ability, fire discipline, that kind of stuff that's important in real world training situations, and you apply it to that recreation factor. It's sweet, man. It opens up a whole new aspect of paintball.
I agree. Have you played any of the test games?
Not any of the test games. I haven't had the pleasure of getting down there yet, but I've played several MagFed games, and I've taken MagFed. I've got one of the old Milsig K-Series Elites, and that my brother actually won here at a Fulda Gap years ago, and never played with it, gave it to me. So I put a lot of miles on it, and escorting Green Man around Myrtle Beach, and also
Adventure Beach.
Yeah, Adventure Beach.
That was a blast. Are you going back this year?
I'm trying. We'll see. Kevin was asking me to come in and get in there with him, especially with the MagFed stuff. I said I'm gonna try to make it down there.
So you're coming to Gen Kill?
So we'll see. I don't know about Gen Kill.
January this year.
I generaled that against Green Man last year. And that was.
Did you win?
No. But I got a pretty cool toilet trophy out of the deal. So.
It was a cool trophy. I think I would have took that one over the winner's trophy.
Yeah, that's what I told him. That's what I said in the briefing. I think there's a recording of it somewhere. It's like, I'd rather have this than the other one. So it's pretty sweet.
So are you coming back next year?
Yep, I Fulda Gaps is a tradition. If I can't afford any paintball any year, I always save up for Fulda.
Last question, what keeps you coming back?
Number one is the camaraderie, man. I've been playing in this community for 20 years, and seeing all these guys, no matter what side they play on, is a blast. Come down here and hanging out with them. It's seeing these old friends, and I just saw somebody that I was good friends with before I deployed, and I hadn't seen him in 2 or 3 years, and caught up with him last night at the balcony party, and that was real sweet, man. We hugged, and it was good to see him. So camaraderie is number one. The size of it is number two. I mean, it's a prestigious game, and the field, yeah. Well, I love the field, but I live 20 minutes up the road, so I'm here all the time anyway. But the story of the game, the traditions that go on, and everything, the rivalries that go on.
Yeah, that's the one other thing.
I'm big into rivalries.
Have you been Warsaw every year?
I've been Warsaw every year. I'm one of the last teams in North Carolina, and one of the last players to have always worn red. I will never wear blue.
Loyalist. They're everywhere.
Loyalist.
Wolf, man, thank you for your time.
Thanks, man.
Look forward to playing with you. So we got Bishop here.
How's it going?
Great. So how'd you do today?
Oh, I did great today.
Did you have fun?
I had a blast. It's, the most fun I've had in Fulda. They've all been fun.
Did you use MagFed all weekend?
No, I didn't. Yeah, I shot 3 cases of paint this weekend.
3 cases of paint. That's good.
Yeah.
That's a lot of work. So who'd you play for?
Capital Feds on the 10 Special Forces.
Nice. So you played the MagFed game.
Yeah.
What do you think about MagFed?
I love MagFed. I like the realism. It's more of a training tool for me to get used to. And you got to play a lot different. You got to think about your shots. You got to think, I need to get to cover.
You have to work together.
Yeah, definitely have to work together.
This thing we were talking about yesterday. We do a lot better work together. So you've been at Fulda every year. What keeps you coming back to Fulda, aside from the fact that
It's my home field.
It's your home field.
All my friends are here.
To the social
whether I'm
aspect.
shooting them or whether I'm shooting with them.
Did you find anybody in particular? Did you get? Well, Ron was on your team.
Yeah.
Did you get to shoot any of the guys on Warsaw that you knew?
I wasn't paying attention really.
Did you get the guy in the crazy pants? I can't remember his name, man. He was easy to catch. He was a hot dude. Was you down in Alpha at the last battle?
Yes, I was.
That was crazy.
It was.
I shot so much. As a ref wearing a bright orange shirt.
I think I shot you a couple
You
times.
probably did. It wouldn't surprise me at all. So, do you want to talk about anything else in projects you got going on?
Well, I'm raising money to go on a mission trip for Angel in East Africa, to South Sudan and surrounding countries to rescue child soldiers. I've got a Facebook page set up to look for others. Just kind of a way to get the word out and help get the money. And I've got a fundraising website, go get funded.com sites. If you feel like donating, please do.
Yes, we will put the link. Hopefully, I'm going to be able to fit it right here.
I got 16 barrel tags.
16 barrel tags? Nice. I've never gotten a single barrel tag.
No.
As long as I play paintball, I've never gotten a barrel tag. I've surrendered. 10 years. I've only played on ODX for 3. Don't laugh, man. I should have a lineup. I've got surrenders, but I've never actually played out. Cool. Did you use the knife on it?
No, I didn't take it out. Wearing a Speedball pack, I didn't have a place to put it.
Nice. Zach, thanks for your time, man.
Thanks, John.
Have fun, man.
Give me the Fulda Gap. 1, 2, 3. Thank you, guys.
After the final battle, players then attend the announcements and awards ceremony. As players relax around the podium, they discuss their weekend and the moments from Fulda that made the event such a huge success. Adrenaline is still flowing for players from another epic final battle at Fulda Gap. At the awards, a recap of the weekend is given and the winning team is announced.
Yeah, last night they came to me during the night game and said, "Hey, you know what? Warsaw's ahead by 300 points, but man, NATO's, how you guys have night vision? Can you guys make a deal?" So they're doing a thing. They're like, "Psst, hey, Herb, come here." "What?" I said, "Hey, why don't we do this? Why don't we just say, so we can go back to the campsite and let these guys play and have fun tonight? Why don't we give NATO some points, and we'll just say NATO won the night game, and we'll start at zero balance on Sunday." And I was like, "Oh no, man, I don't like that stuff. I don't like throwing games. I don't like jacking with points." That's my narrative, and my attorney is here, so what can I? Kid, take notes. So this morning, after the night game was a wash. It was even points. So Warsaw started off with a 300-point advantage, but according to the drug deal that they made, they start off even. Well, as it turns out, it didn't matter, because NATO wins 3,650 to Warsaw.
After the winning team is announced, the generals give their thanks to the players for supporting and playing for them, win or lose. A variety of awards are given out to the players that are selected by the generals. Awards given out for most valuable player, best sportsmanship, and most valuable team. While this year was a victory for NATO, Warsaw still leads the series 5-2. This was the first year since the event started that the winning team won by only 100 points. As a reward to players and a huge thank you to them, Command Decisions holds a raffle for a variety of prizes from sponsors such as Valken, Magwell, Tippmann, and many more. Every player who stepped onto the field gets a ticket and an opportunity to win one of the great sponsored prizes.
So I don't think this man needs an introduction, but let's hear your name.
I'm A-Train from track 21 and Behind the Bunker.
Behind the Bunker, the show for paintball players. Yeah. So you come out to Fulda Gap. Is this the first Fulda Gap you've been to?
No. This is my fifth.
Your fifth?
Yeah.
You've been here for just about every one.
I have.
So what keeps you coming back?
Fulda Gap is one of those fields with
Speechless.
Do you edit?
He's speechless.
Do you edit?
Yeah, I can. What keeps you coming back?
Fulda Gap is one of those fields, you know, I get to play all over the world with me and my friends. And Fulda Gap has something for everybody. It has the MagFed game on Friday nights, right?
Yes,
and then,
that was awesome.
Right, and then Tank Saturday night, and then the huge battle, and the mission cards, and the mill sim. And
you done at Alpha?
I was everywhere. Dude, you could
Did
draw
you done
like
at Alpha in that last hour?
Oh, it was nasty.
That was insane.
It was nasty.
I couldn't even film. I wanted to film it, and I couldn't.
The people here, even the field owners, the reps, the Southern hospitality, just the good, genuine nature of paintball. This is what one of those games and fields and events, and even the town supports this. So it's one of those that's, yeah, this is paintball.
This is paintball.
You don't see any frowning faces.
None whatsoever.
No butt hurt.
Well, another thing we talked about is how guys, you're good. You might have an angry moment on the field, but as soon as you step off the field, everybody's friends. There is no enemies. And there's no bad guys. There's no bad guys.
Well, and it's great people, and to see a lot of my friends, you know, that's what keeps me coming back a lot of times, and it's well priced to grow the game.
Yeah. And that's something that a lot of people talk about Bergen and about. They give the price on paint very reasonable.
It's fair. It's fair, and people are allowed to make a profit, but it grows the sport, and you've seen this game grow from, gosh, how many was it? Like 500, like 400, 500?
It started out, I think, 250. Yeah. And then it's kept doubling. And the most
250 is what was camping here on Friday night.
250 was here at about 6 o'clock.
On Thursday or something.
Exactly.
Yeah. So it's just a cool game, and you meet all new people, and then somebody says, oh, you say, oh, hey, what's up, man? I haven't seen, oh, meet my friends. It's their first time. So if you can find being from Michigan, the only thing that's different for me is I can't find a flat spot on this field.
No, me neither, and I've talked to Ferg about seeing if we can level it out.
Every year,
not happening.
It's not happening.
It's the only field where you're walking uphill when you're going downhill.
Yep. When I'm going up, I just go up more, and then I get to a hill, and you're somehow up again.
When I'm playing games, I stay in Rex, and that's where I'm at.
Is this your home field?
This is my home field. I play for ODX.
Oh, right on.
Green Man. And he'll tell me to go somewhere, and it's like, Apache?
I actually used to weigh 335 pounds.
And you not anymore.
250.
Nice. I gotta lose weight.
But it was for Fulda Gap. I didn't want to make the 18-hour drive and hurt like I did before.
I hear that. So you're going back to Michigan?
You bet.
You coming back next year?
Absolutely.
Every year?
Pending act of God, I will be here.
That's good.
Well, we're always welcome. It's always nice to go somewhere and get a hello.
Yeah, and most definitely.
And evangelize this game. You know,
that's very true.
Do you get out and play?
Oh yes, as much as my wife allows me to.
I'm single, so I actually paintball widow. No, I get to play all over the world with my friends, and it's just so cool and see so many places and the ones you hear about. You're like, oh, if I could go to that place and be for that event, that would be the cool one.
I got to pass off Adventure Beach as a beach vacation.
Shut up, you did?
Yeah.
I got PRZ.
She came with me, and it was fun. Yeah.
I got PRZ this year. That was my trip.
Nice.
If you ever get a chance before you die, you have to.
Nice.
It's worth it. But this is one of those events because it's what you can't show on camera.
Exactly.
Having the media here with us, I can't.
And that's something like filming the
It's what
documentary.
you don't see on that side of the screen and the.
You have to be here to film.
You have to. And it's not like it's the megaplex of paintball. That fruit is just at the end of the vine, man. You gotta go out to these little fields, these great places. See these kids bumping the pumps, the mag feds.
What was it? We had a 10-year-old here that was here. I don't know if he got any players. He was here. There was 12-year-olds all over the field.
You'll see them out in the honor of this game from other places that you go. I'm not saying there aren't honorable games, but the meathead effect, I don't know what it is. Maybe it's everybody's getting ready for the holidays, but the meathead's going. I like it. You shoot a guy, calls himself out, you don't shoot him again, you say, okay, thanks, sorry, I got the message.
That's good.
People forget we play paintball too.
Exactly.
It's more than just, hi, welcome to Magwell.
Although his voice sounds much more amazing than mine does.
I don't have a drawl.
There's nothing wrong with a draw. There's nothing wrong with a draw.
Nothing wrong. Nothing wrong. I went to Virginia Tech.
Thank you for your time.
Oh, no problem.
And pitch the show real quick. We'll step out.
Well, what's your link?
I don't have it yet, but I'll put it.
Are you on Facebook or something?
I'll put it right here. Yeah.
All right.
I'm going to put it up, but right here is going to be my link.
This is where you need to go. You need to go like this right now, because this is where you go for all your Fulda Gap and ODX and
right here
in the southeast. This is where you go.
And now I'm going to step out and let him point where his stuff
And you can check out me and all my friends and all the fun stuff we do and all the great giveaways and the advocacy at facebook.com/atrainpb. And Monday nights you can check us out live on Behind the Bunker at behindthebunker.com. Paintball's TV show for the player, by the player. And if you can't watch it live, and talk to us in the chat and interact with the show 24/7 on the interwebs. Until I see you at the next time.
So we got Ken Spencer here. This is the guy that owns the land that the beloved Command Decisions Paintball field, home of Fulda Gap, is played on. Ken, how are you?
I'm doing great today. Yeah, we had a big time. Everybody had a lot of fun, and the game went very smoothly. I couldn't be more ecstatic.
And it's the thing about it is, when did this start?
We opened the field in about 1987. We were running op for the military, and in the post-Vietnam era, and when things slowed down, we decided it might be fun to try paintball.
And it just snowballed from there.
It did. I remember standing out here for maybe 4 people all Saturday, and it kept growing and growing, and then we had a 250-person game, and then when Andrew started playing and we got hooked up, we ended up having the big games that kept growing from about 500 or 600 people on up to 1,000.
And that's where Fulda was at this year. I think this year we hit it right at 1,000. The largest player count we had was 1,200.
Yeah, 1,200. Right.
So now, you just got an award, it's the Paintball Ambassador Award. And me personally, as someone who plays in the field, I can't thank you enough for what the work that you guys put in on this field, and to get to use the land, man. This is the greatest field. Can we smooth out some of the hills?
Yeah, as I'm getting older, I got to be able to get my hub around out on the field when I get that armored up.
So one thing I've been asking everybody, what do you think about MagFed?
I think MagFed's a good addition to the sport. I think in tough economic times like it is, it's a cheaper way to play the sport after your initial purchase, and as far as teaching people to actually aim their weapon, I think it's a good idea too. So when we started playing, we had PTP pump pistols or Splatmaster. You had 30 rounds and you thought you were well armed. And with MagFed, still you've got 180 rounds or whatever standard combat load is, and that's plenty of rounds to shoot people. As far as I'm concerned, you know, and when you mix in the MagFed with the heavy weapons crew or the tanks and stuff like that, it's just like the real thing.
So aside from being the awesome field, what do you think keeps place going back to Fulda Gap?
I would say the staff is the biggest thing. Andrew and Leanne keep it well organized. They network all the time. They've involved a lot of teams with the play through the years, and word of mouth after that. It just, like I say, it's a well-run game, and they do an excellent job with everything. The vendors, the food services, the whole thing comes together, and I think that's what brings people back. We listen to criticisms or concerns or suggestions, and we go through that with a meeting each year and try to implement a lot of the player suggestions for the next year. So I think that works well.
And we've heard it this year from so many guys that this has been the best Fulda Gap that they played at.
It has been. It was a close game. They played hard, and sportsmanship and everything I saw was great. So I have no complaints about it overall.
Ken, thank you for your time.
All right.
Thank you for the work you put in on the field.
Oh, that's my pleasure. That gets me outside. It ain't standing in the pharmacy all day. I can tell you that. So,
thanks, Ken.
All righty.